All right, and welcome back to It's New. Got the whole crew again, and then you're still here. You're still watching us. I don't know how, but thanks for hitting that subscribe button.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you for sure. I'm going to be covering the Google November 2024 core update and some other updates. Mordy, what do you got?
Are your rankings drifting away?
And Greg?
I'm going to give a new Google Ads test 5 stars and 2.8 stars.
And Crystal?
Everybody loves a bargain on the SERPs.
Yada, yada, yada. All right, so we got the Google November core update rolling out. It started, I think, around 3:30. It took them a while to actually update their search status report page for some reason. I guess somebody had the keys and wasn't around to update it. That being said, it started around probably 3:30 p.m. Although, as of right now, this morning, as we're recording this, I'm not seeing much movement at all. The SEO chatter is typical, nothing big there. The search ranking volatility, third-party tracking tools from all those two providers are pretty flat. General, what they generally show. I'm a little bit surprised they released it on a Veterans Day holiday, but I guess they wanted to push it out so that it finishes before the big Black Friday holiday shopping season. So it'll be done in about 2 weeks. It seems like a small core update for a core update, although all core updates are fairly big. And again, it rolled out starting on November 11th at 3:30. It takes about 2 weeks to roll out. This impacts everything from local, discover, feature snippets, probably AI overviews, but we're not exactly sure about that. But there are hints that that is. And Google kind of dropped some hints around what this update impacts. And it kind of hinted around helpful content stuff. Google said in their post on LinkedIn, not on their post on X, but on the post on LinkedIn, this update is designed to continue our work to improve the quality of our search results by showing more content that people find generally useful and less content that feels like it was made to perform well on search. Again, that helpful content update lingo. I have some reports on the previous core updates, previous helpful content updates, the previous updates that were unconfirmed, and so forth. So there are a lot there. Again, not seeing much right now, but we'll see what happens there. Morty's raising his hand. I'm calling on you, Mordy.
I have a question, because didn't they say the Creator Summit that those sites won't see?
That's what they said, because they did not, the team, the engineers that were talking to them did not specifically have that talk until after this pretty much was coded up. This was coded probably a week or two ago, and they've just been testing it. So whatever feedback they gave them at the sites. What?
It'll help different helpful sites.
No, it might help them, but they didn't want to promise that it will help them because they didn't take into their specific feedback into the specific algorithm update.
You're a beacon of clarity.
That's what I am.
So yeah, it's interesting because we've also seen like a little bit of a spike. I think in the last couple of days, we were saying that some of those sites have seen a little bit of a spike. So like that kind of tracks with that. Looking on SEMrush Sensor, for the ones that I see, the biggest movers so far seem to be in online communities, the health area, the auto area, and finance, according to that. But also like the idea, I don't know if the timing of this isn't great. Really, if somebody does have a Black Friday thing going on, and like Black Friday sales are already going, I'm already purchasing things for myself for Black Friday, and those they're already going. So if anybody gets knocked by this, it's not great timing.
Is there ever a good time?
I mean, Black Friday's pretty bad. What's up?
They've done this before. Wasn't like a product review update, something like that? The same thing.
Yeah, they've had product reviews updates. They had core updates in November. They've had helpful content updates right at like December 5th. So they have experience doing this during the worst possible times, and it's always a complaint. But I think they tried to push it out earlier. They probably tried to push it out last week. It probably wasn't ready. So I don't know.
And I go on record saying this is the worst possible time. I think this.
That's a record.
Right,
okay, I'm writing that down.
Yep, 100%. I mean, we're
just don't say that SEOs might have to work during, I don't know, Thanksgiving or a holiday or something like that because of the rank volatility. That might upset a few people.
Well, I mean, it's too late at this point for anything. And then I have like this strange fetish where I watch all these.
Stop there. Don't say anything else.
No. I watch all these HCU people that were impacted, and I'm like sitting there like rooting for them like super hard, like Charleston Craft, Ready Set Cut, Mike Hardacker, all these people. There's not been anything yet, and I'm just like sitting there. I'm like, I just want them to get back. I want them to do well, and so far there's does not seem like there's any movement from the HCU folks.
Yep. Maybe if they drift their terms a little bit, things will help.
Yeah. So this is interesting. This was a conversation with, we'll start with Glenn Gabe posting about it, and Darth NA, Autocraft, Lyndon NA, whatever. The Darth Vader guy on X. Yeah. Having a whole conversation about this, where Glenn noticed there's like a lot of like rank instability for a site or page. I don't remember, it was a whole site. I think it was a page. It had to be a page because he changed the content. Where the term was kind of out of date. I'll give like a horrible example. Like, let's say it was a sports team that changed their name, right? And now they have a new name. So that's actually a bad example of this. But where the term just doesn't mean that anymore, or it's no longer referenced in that way. Like tape, you don't talk about tape in terms of like the thing you like use to like listen to music anymore. It's just tape. Like that term went out of style. Because tape.
Yeah, I'm gonna tape this for you. You know, they don't say
right.
it anymore.
Yeah, don't say
DVR it, or you stream it now. So
right. So this is an instance where like the language on the page and the title tag, etc., were kind of just out of date. And then once Glenn updated it to be more in vogue, the rankings started leveling off.
Yeah, and then Darth responded that the term for this, he would call it not intent drift, but term drift, and then Pedro Diaz this morning was like, well, there's been a document out there for 10 years called query drift, and this is the patent on it. So yeah, there is some science behind all this, and it does make a lot of sense. So it's cool to see this. And I used a car drifting with Google Smoke, colored smoke for the graphic, just for fun.
I love that, Barry. That was great.
Are you a fan of the Fast and the Furious franchise?
Never seen one.
I was talking to Barry.
Me? I don't do entertainment. Anyway, let's go on to.
I'm just saying.
I'll try to check it out. And then we got some ratings and stuff like that going on. That's confusing, right?
Yeah. So if you're a Google Ads advertiser that's in the e-commerce side of things, you're probably living life a quarter mile at a time, and you can see there's a test in the wild over on Search Engine Roundtable. Typically, you see the store reviews show up, and Google is testing showing product review and store review at the same time. I think this is pretty cool from a user standpoint. It's kind of busy, I would say, in general, but this is just something you have to be cognizant of, right? Like obviously make sure you do well by your customers, have a good store review, but you can see both of these at the same time. So it's just one of those things that you need to pay attention to. And if you have products with bad reviews, like, maybe think about segmenting using custom labels or something like that, as it could drag you down. And then just one other note too, we talked a few weeks back about the new travel ads feed, where it's much more card-like and being able to be more robust. People are seeing that rolling out now. So it was announced, and some people are seeing that live in the wild.
Cool.
I really like the reviews thing, because I don't like clicking on reviews and thinking that it's a 4-star review for this vacuum cleaner and it's actually for the seller. I find that really annoying. So I'm excited about.
Yeah, my biggest concern though is everything D2C. They monitor reviews so bad, and they like the reviews are so unusable. I can't believe that there hasn't been a crackdown on that. Like anything D2C, like go look at anything, and everything's like 5 stars. And it's like then you go to Amazon and look at it, and it's like two stars.
Right.
2.8 stars.
But Crystal, if it was on sale and it had bad reviews, would you still buy it?
I mean, it depends on like how much it is, because I love a bargain. So as reported on Search Engine Roundtable by one Mr. Barry Schwartz, who apparently doesn't do entertainment, we found out that there is that Google is adding in something for current sales on the SERP, and they've got a tab where it will say for whatever thing you're looking for. If you're looking for a laptop, for instance, somebody identified, Sachin Patel identified this, and Krishal Berwani. There'll be a current sale for that particular product. So you can see, drop down and you can see multiple sellers. So for instance, on this one, there was Best Buy and there was Newegg and there was eBay that had sales on that particular product, which is pretty cool. And I think that will help people during this Black Friday period to get some good bargains.
As long as the core update doesn't kill them. And then some clarification on something we reported about yesterday about Google testing not showing site names and favicons. Rajan Patel from Google responded to me saying, this isn't intended. We have a UI similar to what you showed for lower end devices. I assume devices that can't handle fast or chunky pages or fast and don't have fast internet. And basically it's an issue. It's a misconfigured experiment and they want more information. So if you did, I looped in Lily Ray who got this and she's working with Rajan to kind of figure this out. So it was a bug, wasn't a test.
Don't delete your favicon.
No. Favicons are my favorite con.
I like them. I don't know why.
You do.
Ever get rid of them.
Okay. Good to know. I miss the old clear, just blue links, descriptions, no emotion at all in the search results.
Wow.
Just,
The little thing is too much for you. Like,
no
it's
entertainment
a tiny little,
everywhere.
logo. Too much. Too much fun.
Too much. Just keep it plain and simple.
I feel overwhelmed.
I don't
What do we need a search engine for at all? I mean, like, who needs all these graphics with cars and things and stuff? Who needs any of that?
Just text.
Just HTML. Why are we bothered with any of this stuff?
I agree. I'm on the same page as you. In any event, thanks so much for listening. I'm not sure why we're doing a video format. Anyway, have a great day. We're back tomorrow with more video content for you. Bye-bye.